A hybrid is generally understood as the offspring of two animals, or plants, from different races breeds varieties or species. Examples include wolfhounds, wolf-dog hybrid zonkies, zebra-donkey hybrid, and jaglions, jaguar-lion hybrid. Among the most renowned and formidable animal hybrids are the Liger and the Grolar bear. This analysis will compare these two powerful creatures to determine which might hold an advantage in a hypothetical confrontation. The Liger, a giant feline hybrid ligers, are arguably the largest felines existing today, resulting from the crossbreeding of a male lion, Panthera leo, and a female tiger, Panthera tigris. Such hybridization does not occur naturally in the wild, as lions and tigers do not share the same habitats in the modern era. Consequently, ligers exist only in captivity, such as in parks, zoos, or animal sanctuaries. Historically, however, the Asiatic lion and the Bengal tiger did coexist in some Asian countries, raising the possibility, though unconfirmed, of wild ligers at some point in history. Ligers are known to exceed the sizes of both their parent species. They can grow to lengths of 3 to 3.6 meters, approximately 10 to 12 feet, reach a shoulder height of 1.25 meters over 4 feet, and can weigh over 300 kilograms, 660 pounds. The largest non-obese liger on record, named Hercules, reportedly weighs around 418 kilograms, 922 pounds. This represents a significant increase in size compared to both lions and tigers. With this massive size, it is reasonable to infer that a liger's physical strength would also surpass that of its parent species. It is important to note, however, that ligers in captivity often tend to be overweight, if not obese, which can lead to significant health issues. These hybrids inherit traits from both parents. Some ligers exhibit a light mane similar to lion stripes characteristic of tigers, and sometimes a fondness for water, a trait more commonly associated with tigers. Estimates regarding the liger's speed vary. Some sources suggest they can reach speeds of around 80 kilometers per hour, 50 mph. However, this claim is debatable. Cheetahs felines anatomically built for speedrun at approximately 80 to 114 kilometers per hour. It is questionable whether a cat significantly larger and heavier than a tiger could compete with a cheetah in terms of speed. Without substantiated evidence from reliable sources, such high-speed claims for ligers might be exaggerations. A more conservative estimate for a liger's speed would be around 50 to 60 kilometers per hour, 31-37 mph, in short bursts, and even this might be optimistic given their bulk. In terms of agility, it is almost certain that ligers are not as agile as their parent species. Their considerably bulkier build results in a trade-off sacrificing agility for increased power. Beyond its massive size, the liger possesses formidable weaponry. It has sharp claws and powerful jaws. Based on tiger capabilities, a liger's paw swipe could potentially generate around 10,000 pounds of force, possibly slightly higher due to its larger size. Its bite force is estimated to be similar to that of a lion or tiger, around 1,000 psi. Accompanying these powerful jaws is an impressive set of canine teeth, measuring approximately 4.7 inches in length. These natural weapons could inflict significant damage. Regarding intelligence and senses, ligers in captivity have exhibited problem-solving skills and social behaviors. Both lions and tigers display impressive hunting techniques and adaptability to different environments, indicating learning capabilities and social intelligence within their respective prides or solitary territories. It is reasonable to assume a liger would possess a comparable level of general animal intelligence. However, when considering battle intelligence or survival skills honed in natural combat, ligers are likely lacking. Born and raised in captivity, they do not experience the life-or-death confrontations and hunting challenges faced by wild animals. While they retain predatory instincts, their lack of real-world experience cannot compare to that of a battle-hardened wild lion, which contends with other lions, leopards, cheetahs, and hyenas, while hunting prey like wildebeest zebras and buffalo, or a wild tiger which sometimes confronts and even hunts bears. Captive ligers might engage in confrontations with other big cats in their enclosures, but this is not equivalent to the constant struggle for survival in the wild. Therefore, in a hypothetical conflict, a liger would rely heavily on its innate killer instincts. The Grolar bear, a wild Arctic hybrid. The Grolar bear, also known as the Pizzly bear, is the offspring of a polar bear, Ursus maritimus, and a grizzly bear, Ursus arctos horribilis. Unlike ligers, Grolar bears can and do occur in the wild, particularly as climate change affects the habitats and ranges of their parent species, leading to increased interaction. Details regarding the precise size of Grolar bears are somewhat lacking, with many sources stating they are intermediate in size between polar bears and grizzly bears. For males, grizzlies can average around 270 kg and polar bears around 450 kg, though both can reach larger sizes. This creates a considerable potential size range for the hybrid. Based on available information, Grolar bears could weigh approximately 300–500 kg, although some unsubstantiated claims suggest they could reach nearly 700 kg. A more confident estimate places their typical maximum around the 500 kg region. In terms of length, they appear to reach 2 to 3 meters, with a shoulder height of around 1.5 meters. Being generally larger than grizzly bears, it is assumable they are also stronger. Grizzly bears are known for their immense strength, capable of manipulating objects weighing around 300 kg with ease, a result of their large size and high muscle mass, which would be inherited and likely amplified in the Grolar bear. Their physical features are unsurprisingly a mixture of their parent species. Grolar bears often have a slight hump on their back, characteristic of grizzlies, long claws, grizzly-like, a longer neck, polar bear-like, a skull exhibiting mixed traits, and a coat color that is intermediate between the white of polar bears and the brown of grizzly bears. Grolar bears are quite quick for their size, capable of running at speeds around 40 km/h, 25 pa. It is plausible they could exceed these speeds, as they are generally smaller than polar bears, which can achieve similar running speeds. This speed, combined with their substantial weight, creates a formidable charging capability. The Grolar bear inherits an impressive set of natural weapons. While specific research on Grolar bear capabilities is limited, reliable assumptions can be made based on their parentage. Excluding their overall size, their primary weapons are their immense power-long claws and strong jaws. Grizzly bears can swipe with a force estimated around 20,000 pounds. Given that Grolar bears are often larger, their paw swipes could be even more powerful. Similarly, the bite force of grizzly bears measures around 975 and 1160 psi, so it is valid to assume the hybrid's bite force would be in this range or potentially higher. Bears are generally considered highly intelligent animals with notable problem-solving abilities, good memories, and the capacity to learn from experience. They can often solve puzzles to access food, remember important locations, and even demonstrate rudimentary tool use. They also understand animal migration patterns. Those who work closely with bears often rank their intelligence alongside that of great apes. Where the Grolar bear particularly excels is in battle intelligence. Being born and surviving in the wild, they must hunt, forage, and fight, providing them with integral experience for confronting animals that may pose a threat. Their diet is omnivorous, similar to grizzly bears, likely including berries, scavenged carcasses, fish, seals, and larger game such as caribou and possibly bison. Their fighting skills would be inherited and honed through experience, drawing from the formidable combat abilities of both polar and grizzly bears. The fact that Grolar bears successfully survive and are fertile in the wild, evidenced by three-quarter hybrids found resulting from a Grolar bear mating with a grizzly bear, is a testament to their speed, intelligence, strength, and battle-hardened nature. Comparative analysis and verdict. Comparing these two powerful terrestrial hybrids involves assessing several factors. In terms of sheer size, while both are massive, reliable accounts suggest a large Liger like Hercules at 418 kg might be slightly less massive than a large Grolar bear, around 500 kg, potentially more. Thus, the Grolar bear likely takes a slight advantage in average maximum mass. In terms of strength, bears are generally considered stronger animals than felines of comparable size, and grizzlies are known for their ability to handle heavy objects. It is probable that the Grolar bear would be physically stronger than the Liger. Both hybrids are fast. However, the Liger's reported top speeds are often considered unreliable due to their captive upbringing and tendency towards excessive weight. It is likely much slower and less agile than some believe. This is a significant disadvantage, as felines typically rely on speed, agility, and a quick takedown. The liger's sheer mass, often attributed to a lack of certain growth-suppressant genes that are normally present in one of the parent species, seems to have compromised this feline advantage. In contrast, the Grolar bear retains the robust build of its parents, a physique proven successful in harsh, wild environments. Considering the advantages, the liger might possess greater length and potentially more explosive initial power. The Grolar bear, however, appears to have advantages in overall strength, mass general intelligence, and critically battle intelligence and experience derived from wild survival. The fact that it must compete with other polar bears or grizzly bears means it would be conditioned to sustain bites and swipes of a level comparable to, if not exceeding, what a liger could inflict. This does not mean a liger cannot damage a Grolar bear, but rather that the Grolar bear is likely better adapted to endure such damage. Even when comparing their parent species, tigers can hunt brown bears, but this often involves ambush tactics or targeting hibernating individuals rather than a direct face-to-face confrontation. Furthermore, this involves a wild, experienced tiger unlike a captive-bred Liger. The Grolar bear's advantages, particularly its skill in upright confrontation and wrestling, would likely assist it in subduing the large cat, even if the liger is of comparable size. While scenarios exist where a liger could win, perhaps if the bear rears up, allowing the liger to use explosive power to knock it down and deliver a finishing blow. The bear's stamina would likely allow it to outlast the liger if the confrontation is not decided quickly. Ligers tend to be overweight and may not possess the endurance for a prolonged fight. Considering all factors, particularly the Grolar bear's wild upbringing, battle experience, likely superior stamina, and potentially greater overall strength and resilience, the Grolar bear would likely win more often than not in a hypothetical encounter. Like this video, share it with those who still seek beyond the surface, and subscribe to Erawake, where forgotten truths awaken and lost wisdom speaks again.